Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk ice hockey. Paul DeNaples joining us right now. Well, Paul, recent times, Scranton Prep, of course, a long career there with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, and hockey, something I guess you just kind of grew on and loved your whole life. Let's get back to that history on when did you first start playing ice hockey?
Yeah, so I was around, I think, 5 or 6. I started playing, got my first pair of skates, and knew nothing about hockey, and then my dad threw us on the ice, and ever since I've been playing for the last 12 years.
Talk about those beginning steps on playing hockey and learning the game, and like, oh man, I don't know if I really want to do this, Dad. Did you fall in love with it immediately, or did it take a little bit of time to grow on you?
No, it definitely took a little bit of time. I mean, first time on the ice wanted to quit right away. I mean, couldn't stand up, couldn't skate or anything, and then had some great coaches in the area, taught me how to skate and play the game the right way, and it's brought me very far in life so far.
Talk about getting involved as you got a little better and finding your way with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. What was that like? Because I'm sure that a lot of travel early in your life to kind of say, hey, we're going to play hockey down here, up here, a couple hours away.
Yeah, definitely. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights helped me out a lot. It was the first travel team I was a part of. And I've been all over. I've been in Prague, I've been in Munich, Germany, Toronto, you name it. I've been halfway across the country, different continents. I mean, it's brought me everywhere. I met a lot of new people, and it's best thing that's happened to me.
Discuss that traveling to different parts of the world at a young age and seeing things. I'm sure it's a real eye-opener in a lot of different ways, but to see the game of hockey in these different places as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of different hockey over it, depending on where you go. It's completely different game styles you play, and you got to learn how to play with other players and react to how they're doing it. But besides the hockey, though, I mean, you get to see new places. It's almost like a vacation too. Never been overseas, and it's the first time over there playing hockey, and also go sightseeing and see a lot of new things.
Paul DeNaples joining us here on the John Mendola Show as we talk ice hockey. Paul, some of your teammates here with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights go on to do bigger and better things. We'll talk about your path in a moment, but what's it like to play with some of the players and see them do great things outside of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights and move on?
Oh, it's unbelievable. The guys, we have NHL, college, we have guys all over the place. I mean, the guy that sticks out the most to me is Ivan Provorov. He's 7th overall for the Flyers, and it's just amazing growing up playing with him.
Great to hear.
Knowing him as a kid and seeing him now he's with the Flyers, it's just unbelievable. Yeah,
great to hear these stories and guys going different places, and had the pleasure of recently speaking with Marcus Joseph, who's another guy who's going on to do some great things as well, and he's excited about his career after a year under his belt in Canada.
Yeah, no, Marcus, I skated Marcus all summer, and me and him are going out to play in the USHL this year, so teammates with him for a while now. We'll be rivals.
Should be a lot of fun. Let's talk about this 2016-17 season. Tell us where you're going to be and what you're going to be doing.
This season, I'm moving out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, to play for the Sioux Falls Stampede in the USHL. So it's first time away from home, and the league's a tough league. It's the best league in the United States for junior hockey, so it's going to be a challenge, but definitely going to be a great year.
What is it about these hockey players that you guys are just so mature? You're able to do this at ages 16, 17, 18 years old, and kind of you find your way about you in these different towns. And he's in Canada now. You're headed to Sioux Falls, so I guess you're going to have to grow up quick.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the team helps out a lot. I mean, the team, the families you live with, it's almost like you're basically moving into another family. And if it weren't for them, it wouldn't be an easy process. Great kids. I mean, you're with your brothers every day, so I mean, it's easy to adjust to it.
Let's talk about your play on the ice. You're a defenseman, about 6 foot and 170 pounds. Talk about some things that you think you're doing well and things you'd like to work on still.
Yeah, no, I definitely think I gotta work on it. I gotta get a little bit bigger and a little bit tougher, but things I do well. I'm definitely a great skater, and because I was taught the right way how to skate, and I can move the puck well, and definitely very offensively, and I hope to bring that out to Sioux Falls this year.
And, of course, nothing happens without family, and your family had to be a big part of it, taking you all over the place, whether it's in the car or via the plane. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to be you.
Yeah, no, if it weren't for my family, none of this would be possible. I mean, all the dedication my parents had to taking me everywhere, it means a lot. And if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have the money or anything. Wouldn't be traveled. I'd be going to school and doing nothing, no hockey for me. So thank them for everything, and they're the reason for most of the stuff to be happening.
I'm sure there'll be some emotion when you actually get that trip and you head out to Sioux Falls on both sides, the parents and for yourself. It'll be a little different, but I'm sure they're just a phone call away.
Yeah. No, next week when I move, it's going to be a little tough, but first time moving from home, but it's going to happen sooner or later, so be talking to them every day, and it'd be almost like they're out there with me.
And that ultimate level for you for hockey, Penn State is pretty much where you're going to be headed in the near future, right?
Yeah. No, just 2 weeks ago, I just recently committed to play at Penn State, so that's a big step in hockey for me, and that's where I plan on going, and I can't wait to get out there.
Well, congratulations on that for 2016-17. It's going to be in Sioux Falls, and a lot of work's going to go into it, Paul. We'll try to catch you along the way and see how your journey's going, but thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you.
Paul DeNaples from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. He's headed out to Sioux Falls, play a little ice hockey, and then eventually at Penn State. On the John Mendola Show, we are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.